Hey there, friends. How's it going? So thanks for bearing with me in that sort of little bit of practice. Good morning to you. It is Monday morning here. I'm trying something a bit new where instead of a fully polished, many hour edited tutorial, I just want to give you a quick update on what I'm working on. So some of the stuff I'm doing over the weekend is I'm practicing triads, or the short answer there. And I do have a sort of bonus download. This is a bit of an in-progress look at the triads course that I'm developing right now. It's not finished yet, right? A lot more to come. But if you're curious at some of the sort of things I've been following, I've been practicing, in the lesson page for this video in the description, you'll find a link to these 3 PDFs to give you a glimpse just in the world of triads, right? So much fun, so much fun. This is showing you, for example, if you look at G major, the G major chord, here's all the places to play G major triads on each set of strings, the different shapes visually, if you're interested in that sort of thing, and then also just tabs for how you can play each of those shapes from the thickest to thinnest strings. I'm also concerned with teaching y'all how to look at these when it comes to a certain key, right? If you're in the key of G, for example, here are the 6 diatonic chords you're going to be using most of the time, and just seeing those triads mapped out on fretboards on the thinnest 3 strings and then strings 4, 3, and 2 is helpful. And then here's that same information written in tab form. So what I'm showing you here are 3 different PDFs. These are not the entirety of what I'm working on as far as the triads course, but they're sort of work in progress, iterate. I have tons of other versions of these from last week that led up to these. So these are kind of like version, 0.4 of each of these. More to come, okay? But triads are so fun. I just want to, what I was playing there was an A major, triads all over the neck, right? On the thickest strings as well as the thinnest strings, and each of the 3 bigger triad shapes, which I'm sort of aware exists now, right? That's one shape, right? Starting on this root note, 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 1, 5, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5. But you also can do it in this sort of shape right here. This would be a 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 5, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 1. Now, when I say these numbers, if it sounds foreign to you, check out my practical music theory course, where I sort of talk about how major chords and minor chords are built, right? From any root note, which I'm calling a 1 in this case, if we just stack on a major third and then a perfect fifth, we get a major triad, right? And for a minor, it's the same thing. You just replace the major third with a minor third. So triads are awesome. I'm realizing that they're incredibly helpful for learning the fretboard, kind of being just aware of where these patterns are, for learning my scales, like pentatonic scales, like a big realization over the weekend as I'm watching like football and I'm watching US Open. Take any triad. You have a pentatonic scale, major pentatonic scale inherently based around these notes. 1, 3, 5. Well, the pentatonic scale is just the 2 and the 6 added to that, right? Right, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. So I can take my triad, and as long as I know which of the notes I'm playing, right? This is my root, my third, my fifth. I know the 6 is right here, and the 2 is always a whole step below the 3. Right, so you can do that with any triad, right? Right, or up here. So it's basically, you learn your triads, are nice and relatively approachable, and you can sort of just learn the fretboard. You can have ideas for licks and riffs. You can sort of connect triads in different ways. It's all kinds of cool stuff you can do. More to come on that topic, okay? But if you want to get a glimpse at what I'm working on now, get the link. The description has a link to my webpage, which has that PDF for it, okay? So what else is going on? This travel guitar, my Taylor GS Mini. I did a lesson about a week and a half ago. It's gotten a lot of great, I've gotten a lot of great emails from it. The community forum on my Song Notes website has been getting tons and tons of activity with folks discussing this, sharing their own favorite travel short scale guitars. So y'all, thanks for watching that video. Thanks for sending me any feedback y'all have had. Thanks to all of you in the forum who have been posting, your favorite guitars. I've learned so much. One question I've got asked is, what strings do I use on this? I just use what Taylor recommends. I think they recommend medium gauge strings. So I think the ones that I bought a couple months ago for this that are waiting to be put on are these Dario Phosphor Bronze. They're medium gauge, and I think with the shorter scale guitars, I think you need a tighter or a thicker string, so medium gauge. I go by what Taylor says. I'm not a string expert there, but that's one thing I've been working on. Into the Mystic, I do have a song sheet for that. If you missed my lesson from last weekend, I did a strumming video on Into the Mystic about a month ago. but I just finished my song sheet. So this is licensed. This is available for separate purchase. Because it is licensed, I can't give these away on my website. But the link is in the description as well over on my website if you want to get the Into the Mystic song sheet. And I did make a separate lesson teaching you that as well. So lots of good stuff going on. I got the Triad stuff in progress. So many songs are fighting to be next, as is always the case. A lot of stuff sort of, throwing elbows, trying to make it into the next lesson. But I wanted to try this as something new as far as giving you all a more impromptu update, no graphics, share with you some of the more recent stuff that's going on. One of the last things I want to say is what I was playing over at the beginning of this video was an A major backing track. Now I made this back for what lesson was it? My major pentatonic lesson 492. What I want to get better at on my website in the next few months is putting some of these like universally helpful things in easier to find places, right? I don't want you having to remember lesson 492 is where you find my backing tracks for single chords. Backing tracks are incredibly helpful no matter what we're practicing. So what I'm doing as part of this lesson is I added a simple page on my website. I don't know if it's going to be called backing tracks for now, but it's going to be a simple place to find these things. And I really recommend you using simple single chord backing tracks where it's just me strumming a chord for 5 minutes. You click play. That's happening in the background. Here, I'll do it right now, right? So this is A major. Sorry, my iPad here. So this is the A major chord, right? Now you could work on your arpeggios, your scales, but for me, the triads are great because all these triads, those notes are all in the A major chord. So it gives me something to play over that is gonna sound good, and it gives me a bit of a rhythm to follow. And I can sort of approach it however I want. I can be fast, I can be slow. I can sort of bring that to that tempo, right? But anyway, I have plenty of ambitions and aims for building out this part of my website, but I'll put that link in the description as well. If you want a single chord backing track to play over for whatever you're practicing, head on over to my website. But I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you have a great week ahead. Again, I want to sort of get some of these quicker videos out, no graphics, just sort of let you know what's going on, show you some of the things as I'm working on them. If you have any questions about triads in particular, put them in the comments or email me. Let me know, what you're interested in learning about them, because I think, again, they are a wonderfully helpful thing. Within the, they're similar to, I'd say, scales and arpeggios, and even chord shapes. They're kind of in this weird middle ground where they are kind of like chords for sure, but they also directly relate to scales, and you can build licks and riffs from them in a really helpful way. So they're really worth learning. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to head on out. More to come soon. A couple lessons coming up in a few days, I'm sure. If you want to get these triad PDFs I have that are, again, the in progress, they're not complete, but I'm making my way through this thing, and I want to share with y'all what I've put together so far. These are available on my website. The link's in the description, and check out the single chord backing tracks as well. And also my video on Into the Mystic and my shorter scale guitar. If you're curious about this guitar, I have a video where I explain why I am a fan of it. I've had it for 3 years, me using it for travel, me practicing with it. Oh, one final thing here to ramble a little bit more as I drink my coffee here on Monday morning. I was practicing triads all weekend on this guitar, partially because I had this in the living room, but also because some of those stretches are tough. And this guitar makes those stretches a little bit easier just because the scale's a little bit shorter, okay? So it's more comfortable as I'm on the couch, but it's also letting me sort of build up initial muscle memory for some of those trickier stretches for sure. Okay? And now, when I eventually translate things to my bigger guitar, I'll have to sort of tweak my muscle memory a little bit, but it won't be that hard compared to if I had started on this guitar, right? I think, again, if you're able to swing it situationally as far as having a smaller guitar to practice on for certain things, it's really, really worth it. You get a lot of benefit from that. But I'm going to take off now, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, have a great week ahead. Let's go have a good, solid September here and get going with things. So I'll talk to you in the next one. And until then, my friends, bye-bye.